What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Backlog and Beyond. I'm Zavattero, and I am playing Disco Elysium. This is the final cut. I thought it was going to be a separate game, so I've been waiting all day. But it's actually just an update of the regular one, so it's already here, and I'm ready to go. I'm super excited for the full voice acting. I'm going to play with mouse and keyboard today, even though I have my controller right here. I think with the point and click aspects, I think it'll be better on this way. So, here we go. I'm going to set my timer for 1 hour. And let's go. Alright, select archetype. Do I want to be a thinker? Extremely intelligent, very bad with people, knows interesting facts, comes up with original ideas. Sensitive, very psychological, a magnetic personality but unstable. Might begin to lose his mind. Ooh. Physical, extremely physical. Interacts with the world through his body, gets things done, but dumb as a rock. Oh, I really like sensitive, but I think I might go with something less extreme. Terrible intellect. So I want a good physique, but I want stronger intellect. Intellect? Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Alright, that seems good to me. Everything's kind of blurry on the bottom, but I think that's how it's supposed to be. It's kind of freaking me out. Alright. How many skills do I get? Psyche. Can I click and see what it means? Hold yourself together, keep your morale up. Hunches and gut feelings. Understand others, work your mirror neurons. I like that. Intimidate the public. Connect to station 41. Charm men and women, play the puppet master. Ooh. Okay, logic. Wield raw intellectual power to deduce the world. Call upon all your knowledge. Produce fascinating trivia. Practice the art of persuasion. Oh, I could have done that with intellect? Play the actor, lie, and detect lies. I do like that one a lot. Understand creativity. I feel like drama would go under psyche as well. Reconstruct crime scenes, make laws of physics. Work for the law. Okay. Endurance, take the blows, don't let the world kill you. Shrug off the pain. Flex powerful muscles, enjoy healthy organs. Ooh, go to party planet, love and be loved by drugs. Raise the hair on your neck, tune into the city. Let the body take control, threaten people. Aim and fire, see, shoot, and smell everything. Quickest to react, untouchable. I think, I guess I might as well read that. Sneak under their noses, stun with immense panache. Master machines, pick locks and pockets, straighten your back, keep your poker face. That was harder to pick, though. Those were interesting. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown. R.S. Thomas. Thought this was fully voice acting.
Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never, ever. Never, ever, ever, baby. And in inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
This is great. Give me some more. What was that about the X something?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful. A ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
No, I want to know about that X something.
Ex-love, ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
Alonzi, never let me go. No, I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me.
Alright, nothing town to fuck all borough.
A return trip to the silence, please. Let's visit the ancient Zero home. Look, there's I am tired of being this type of animal and who gives a shit.
Do you want me to upgrade that to a one-way trip, sir?
Don't stop. Keep singing. Sing me the song of death.
Death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meat around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
You can take it. You're a champion.
Mother, help me. There's a head attached to my neck and I'm in it. Stop. I don't want to hear anything about this sensation. Take me back to this formless, disembodied nothing. No, I am not scared. I'm a champion.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Help! Someone cut my head off. It's trying to murder the rest of
A
me.
fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Dude, same. Empty. Someone. Grab it.
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached it, or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world.
Chances of... Ooh. I like these, like, D&D odds. I'm going to pull on the fan. I'm not going to
blades
risk
come
it
squeaking
here.
to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. Warning, warning, the necktie is no longer contained. What you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. Your eyes burn with photosensitivity.
Interesting.
It's not good. The lights are off again.
Talked me out of it, jeez.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist, like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which, coincidentally, is missing its frame. Congratulations.
Can a shoe go through there?
You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room. The cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
But I got my shoe.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot
Masculine.
water sprays from the base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. Really, all recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. It was a deluge of world-ending proportions. As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it. Yeah. There is definitely something wrong with it. Where
What's
to
wrong?
even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
I'm
There you
sorry.
are.
Touch your nose.
Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you. It's not.
Do noses absorb?
It's swollen and
absorb?
snail-like, wriggling between your fingers. Behold. You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
I think the worst part is that mustache. It's a. This is the face of a late stage
late.
alcoholic.
You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I'm not making it. The face
Please
is making
stop.
itself.
It's horrible.
No.
You're scaring yourself. You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
I think it's. I'm insinuating that I'm vaguely sympathetic. I think I'm sort of pulling it off too, in a sad, has-been kind of way. There's some charm to
It
it.
might have been 10 years ago. is little more than a cadaverous spasm now. It belongs in the new, the third decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate, uncontested way of life for our species.
Okay.
Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But more importantly, disco happened. For Revachol, your city, that meant only one thing. Guillaume Lamillion, out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open-air boîte de nuit, somewhere in Revachol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit. Then he made the expression.
So I adopted it. Why? How? Anything else? Like, who am I? Why did I drink myself
You
into
have some
oblivion?
understanding of the recent history of disco. The rest is darkness.
How long ago was it
Some
new?
20-odd years. There is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression. Looking good on you, or anyone. Humanity has run aground in that time. It's a different world now. The expression is a relic.
Smiling?
Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. Either way, it's all gone now. Only the grimace remains.
I feel the need to add a clicking sound when I make it.
The click is used to spur on a horse. It also features heavily in Guillaume Lamillion's regional mega hit, Don't Worry, Your Pretty Little Head. It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne-corked smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return.
I'm gonna keep it how it is. I'm fully clothed. Time to get my other shoe. Oh, I am not on the first floor.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium key ring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
All right. March 51.
Hello, officer.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Officer, am I a military personnel?
No.
There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman.
Then why did you call me officer?
Because you're a police officer, sir.
You sure?
I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time.
All this
You've
time?
been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
And what business is that?
I couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Big mood. Why don't I remember being a cop? Who's in the right mind? Let me to officer of the law. Try the expression on her. Letting her know you want her physically. I should get going.
Try the expression. Come on, why are you still doing this?
I'm at death's door, bloated, a goner, and still. Does the longing ever stop?
Alcohol raises testosterone levels, especially in men. The levels remain elevated after inebriation ends and the pain begins. You seek comfort. It's only natural.
She a
She
psychiatrist?
puts out her cigarette.
Oh, she walked away.
She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
And now, it never stops. Goodbye.
Way to go, you blew it. Oh, loading screen. I have a solid state drive. Is that a hawk?
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you.
Look at the stuffed bird. Something tells me you don't like me.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
You're being sarcastic.
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
I'm guessing I didn't do it. I don't appreciate your tone, actually. This is no way to talk to an officer.
It's not. You're right. It's not.
He has no respect for you personally, but this man sees himself as a law-abiding citizen, and you a representative of that law. He tries to avoid outright conflict. A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. Something about it makes you feel bitter.
Look,
What happened to
your
the bird?
buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean,
He
my buddy?
pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
That makes sense, based on your chin. You look like a
That
bartender.
period of my life is over. Not everyone who stands behind a counter is a bartender, okay? I'm the cafeteria manager.
Where's a bartender?
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in. She just, you know.
There's something there, and it's not good. That's all you know for now.
Sign reads, Mess Hall, you reserve for union members. Doors open at 4 p.m.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
I will, thank you. I guess he can.
A
I can
bespectacled
agree with that.
man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
Shake his hand.
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Oh.
This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize. Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
You instinctively run your hand over the multi-patterned silk of your tie. Its slickness gives you comfort and reassurance.
I kind of like the name anyway.
Don't worry! Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau is one classy name for one classy cop.
Yes, well. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
You mean him? Yeah, I just talked to him. No, I haven't. You mean him,
If
yeah.
you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It
Probably.
also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Yes, the police. I'm aware I'm a policeman.
Right. And the interviews?
What
At the
interviews?
57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface, prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
I have, yes.
But even if you haven't, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
This
Yes.
is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
That's too bad.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
Let's go then.
After you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
Wait, shouldn't I have a badge
You
or
mean
something?
you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
Interesting. He's very French.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41... Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who
The
called
smile
me.
in the corner is really
She
freaking me
usually
out
works
now.
the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
He looks behind a pile of coasters, finds slips of paper, and hands it to the lieutenant. Probably better than handing it to me.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
He stands so confidently.
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes
These
come here
names.
to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we
Around.
e-
need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective. I have everything.
Yes.
You?
Yes, yes. He means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
The cafeteria's manager is clearly agitated again. Why did Sylvie
She
go
went
away?
because none of your business.
This is the second time you've
God,
avoided
What
subject.
is your obsession with this Sylvie person? Get over it.
Maybe it's he who's obsessed with this Sylvie person. Certainly sounds like it.
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
Did you kill him?
Crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
And how do we get there then?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Does he want you to feel guilty of making that hole? It's implied in his voice.
Probably.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
Do I have that?
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination. But
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
I don't owe you shit.
Oh, you don't owe me shit. Well, officer, you're right. You don't owe me shit. You owe me money.
We do not need to assert ourselves here. We only need instructions from him. This is the proprietor, remember?
Alright, calm down. What is this about?
You know, I get this all the time. Some hobo comes in here or some backpacking arsehole off the boat. The next day, when they can't make their fees, they get aggressive. I just never thought I'd be in this shit with a cop. Please, just give me the money.
Who does that clown think he is? Arrest him!
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money. What are you, brain damaged?
I'm just getting my bearings.
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal.
What if I don't have any?
shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber. That's cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
What happens
I'm
now?
sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
I'll see what I can do.
I'm sorry I couldn't help more. You should take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car, okay? We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure is. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. You don't really know, do you?
I don't. I have only vague
A
black and
vague,
white.
blackened image doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Can I trace way back somehow to the exact street, the exact
You
number
can
on the
try.
building?
Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
Interesting. Let's rewind. Let's trace your drunken steps back home. Jump across the raised channel bridge southwest of here. Fall over. Get up. Get off the asphalt in 20 minutes. Shuffle your feet through courtyards, scaring little children. Go under the Great Raised Motor Act, the 881, until you reach Le Domaine Imminent in North Shamrock. The streets are frozen this time of year, caked with ice. Walk down to Maine to Perdition. There's a side alley there, and your footprints in the mud. Internalize. Can I do other things while that's happening? Yes.
Yes?
Tell
What
me
do you
about the
want
case.
to know? I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
His disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise.
What do you mean?
Don't know. I assumed you were in on it.
I don't remember being in it.
It's
Tell me
just
about it.
stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim.
Let it
Was
go.
there anything else you wanted to know about the case? Good. Me,
I want to talk about you.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation,
You don't
what do you
like-
want to know?
You don't look like other people around here.
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
Okay, then.
I don't speak a word of Seolite, and I've never met either one of my grandparents. There is nothing ethnic I can tell you, or anyone else.
You're wearing
That's
glasses. Okay.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this. But you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Are they? They are mostly just...
You could use a good, normal peer yourself.
Tell me a secret. Ask
Your
again.
brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse. The eyebrow is exercising psionic control over you.
What's happening to me?
Matter, detective?
This guy's got authority off the charts. With just the flick of his eyebrow, he's able to make you his thrall.
What can I do about it?
You better hope he doesn't abuse his authority. There's a lot of it.
Except you thralled
The
them.
lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow.
That's all for now.
Let's change the subject.
Leave. Can I get my shoe? Where the hell is my shoe?
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
Hello.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
What kind of
It's a
store is
bookstore,
this?
sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
What is a board game?
Board games are like little games on a table, made to pass the time. There are several different ones, but sailors here mostly buy cards. My
Thanks.
pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know?
Is it okay if I ask
sir.
you some
I'll
questions?
try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books. My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store.
Plaisance?
She's inside minding the register or organising the stock. Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
And you're standing out here in the cold
I'm
because...
signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling. But she's cold.
You're cold. Can I
Kind
help in
of you
some
to
way?
offer, sir.
What could you do to help her anyway?
I could help by brutally dismantling the free market. Such a good
Thank
trooper
you,
you are.
sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with the store.
Shouldn't you
I
be
do
at school?
my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
Isn't going to school more important than this?
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed. Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
Cursed.
In the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Bankrupt.
Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far.
This sounds rather serious. I should
We
probably
can
look
go
into
to
this.
the bookstore and ask about the case. But I don't see much more to look into here.
Yes, please do look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games you asked about are also there, sir.
What do you know about the other failed businesses? How does the curse
not
manifest though?
manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's appropriate to stand out in the freezing weather.
But Kim, the plasmic
such
manifestations.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir? Nothing really, sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. I don't really know what's there.
Enough about
Maybe
the curse
I
for
can
now.
tell you about some of our books instead.
Talk about the future.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and
Plaisance.
Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the
She
energy
seems
you
less
bring
warm
into
than I
this
expected.
space.
I don't know why I expected her to be warm when she makes her daughter not go to school and stand outside in the cold, though. So you're the owner of the store.
The proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
She has fine-tuned her
More
voice to find the most
penetration.
welcoming approach for attracting new customers. It doesn't work.
Your daughter's the one standing outside, right?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Yes, of
Wonderful.
course.
Did you talk to her?
Yes.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store.
Wow. I'm not gonna grade a human being. I don't do that.
Now, it's not personal. It's about proper sales practices and market research. I expect an answer.
10.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
Mm-hmm. I'm here to dismantle the free rock market and abolish child labor. The way you're handling her strikes me as
Mind
wrong.
your own business, sir. In our society, people don't get to tell each other how to raise their children. It's
This is
none
very
of your
American.
Or anyone's business.
I'm here.
You must be kidding. There's nothing like that happening.
Depends. How much do you pay the kid?
Good, sir. What does a young child do with money anyway? No, I save it for her as a fund. She's securing her financial future out there.
All right, fine.
Indeed. Are we done with the jokes now?
Yes, we've
No.
had quite enough fun here. Right.
The
Let's
woman
change the
before you
subject.
scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
What if I want to
Then
buy a
why
book?
are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to...
She smiles and nods.
Cursed? Who said that?
Oh no.
I will have a word with her. This place is not cursed. It has a robustly magnetic energy. Good for commercial activity.
I hope I didn't
My
get her in
business
trouble.
is thriving, sir.
Farewell for now, book peddler. The book collects the national recipes for Arda. I'll go all the way up here now. There's gotta be like a run. Another boring book. Why would it draw me to it then?
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
Look for the
Amidst the
shelf.
various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
Huh, interesting.
Various paranatural books still litter the shelf.
Leave.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
Look for the
Browsing through
display.
all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. It's all just vapid egoism. Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook.
What's it
High
about?
Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane
That's how you
graces.
spell Irv.
Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other.
Oh. Is that better than snorting it?
Next to that, Revacholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse though, but not too long.
She understands she is
Oh my
there
God.
against the customer and immediately corrects course.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time.
Screw you. Picture book brochure.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over.
Dick Mullen.
Crime fiction is a disgrace.
I think I'm wasting
An
too much time on
asinine
this.
misrepresentation. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's
True.
more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single
That's
mention
rough.
of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
No.
Shelves filled to the brim with...
Bye. I can zoom out, that's nice.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
It's behind the curtains.
Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books?
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become. Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
Well,
She
that makes
looks
me want to
away,
open it.
mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
No, it's just a
curse.
storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains. Why? It's not like anyone was killed there. I am sorry, I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
But I said... But I sense this place calling for me. I must investigate beyond the threshold.
My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir. Thank you. Let's just talk about this first, all right?
What are you? A coward? Think about...
There is something mysterious about the curtain. You see a tattered set of curtains and a polyhedron-shaped cage-like trinket. You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets. This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges.
And who are the
Inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south. Aside from poking at it suspiciously,
Ignore the curtains for now, because I don't want to mess with that little girl. Talk to strangers, explore. That's what I'm doing. Thank you. That is a pretty big hole in the fence. He was right. I was hoping my shoe would be here. What the hell are you doing, kid? Oh, there's my shoe.
Kuno's got this.
if there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness.
He kind of looks like me when I had hair like that.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy, Kuno.
What?
Right in the dick, Kuno. Get him right in the dick.
It's loving in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
What do you mean?
The kid is obviously high.
Stop using slurs in my crime scene. That's not how we do it.
Pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
Yeah, Kuno, ride the lightning, Kuno.
Kuno's riding it, see?
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Look, I have
Alright,
questions for you.
Entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
What do you know about the
Shitload
body?
pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno. He's choking. He's totally choking.
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
You have no idea what the usual is. Just ask whatever comes to mind.
Kuno's fucking. Kuno uses the fucking for target practice.
Do you know who he
Kuno's
was?
fucking.
Oh.
Kuno uses the fucking.
Do you know how he got up there?
Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
So you didn't see it.
Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional. I
Where'd
don't
you
know.
go?
Some fucking Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
Where is Night
Kuno
City?
gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant. Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno.
You're
Let's talk about
testing
something
Kuno.
else.
Get lost.
You kids playing
Right,
this
pig,
yard a lot?
This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Who's
Kuno?
Kuno?
Kuno, pig? The fuck are you calling a third person? Kuno's the fucking first person?
He looks
Idiot.
slightly confused, but proud he came up with that retort. But right as he's getting distracted, you hear a malevolent hiss from behind the fence.
Watch out, Kuno. He's trying to fiddle you. He's gonna put his hands on you. Help! Pig's got Kuno. Help! Ray!
Oh my god.
Help! He's got the Kuno, help! Help!
Just asking
He's
questions.
sticking his dick out!
Escalate, Kuno. His dick is out. You're a friend.
Pigs in aim, Kuno! Somebody, please!
Shut him down. Are you high right now? Who put you up to this? What is this sick charade?
No! Get off Kuno, you sick fat fuck!
Who put you
Know
up to
what?
this?
Kuno's doing this because he likes it, pig.
This is where Kuno establishes dominance.
Help! The pig's gagging him. Kuno can't speak.
Are you high right now?
Help! Misters!
He's having the time of his life.
He's flashing Kuno! He's showing his genitals! If you don't help Kuno now, it'll be too late!
Wow.
You didn't shut him down. Your fat fist didn't meet its target. Instead, it...
Kuno can't believe this shit! Can no one stop pig? Kuno thought you had this. What happened? Kuno can't do anything now.
I like that Kim's just watching.
It's safe to say he has established dominance over you.
Fucked your shoulder. Fucked your knee. Fucked your fat body up.
Yeah, you deserve this. Trying to show your dick to Kuno. Kuno was scared.
Yeah, laugh it up. Let's just get back to it. It's pretty smooth.
Kuno beat the shit out of the popo.
I told you not to tempt such forces. Now, how about we go and do something worth the public's time?
Well, I guess I'll get to the good part before I close up.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath.
My alarm's about to go off. I gotta pause it so I can finish this part.
A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
What is that? Why is it so bad?
Decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cock's gonna blow, Kuno!
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you expected. More...
Try to walk away. I think the kids are gonna judge me for that. Oh, those noises.
Too late. It's impossible to keep in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach as...
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it.
Thanks.
The hangover is clearly making these worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
What do I
There
get?
is freight nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't...
Points to the greenhouse.
There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
All right, I think I'm gonna end it there. So thank you everyone for watching. If you want to find out my thoughts, if you're watching this Saturday, you can watch tonight on Twitch at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. On twitch.tv/AdventureHawkins, where we're going to be recording the podcast live. Otherwise, we're going to upload this to YouTube on Monday, or you can listen to it where any podcast you listen to go. Thank you so much for coming out. I'm Jeff Zavattero, also known as Zavadabadoo on social media, and this was Backlog and Beyond. Have a good day.